Now we'll show this hippie playing the bass guitar with chains on it. Hippies are commonly associated with music, so it shouldn't be too surprising that these hippies are playing music while they camp next to the freezing cold glacier. Bass guitar sounds kind of like bassitracin, so we chose a bass guitar as our symbol for bassitracin. Also, chains are great at locking things up and creating a strong resistant force, so we thought a chain wrapped around the bass guitar would work well for bassitracin resistant. So bass guitar with chains for bassitracin resistant. We discussed this figure in section 9, which was our video on the viridans group streptococci. But recall that if there is clearing around a disc saturated with a compound, then the organism is sensitive to that compound. If there's no clearing, then the organism is resistant to that compound. So if this were a bassitracin disc, then the organism here would be bassitracin resistant. For step 1, you need to know that Strep agalactiae is bassitracin resistant. Okay, now let's talk about these hippies. Hippies sounds kind of like hippurate. So the 3 hippies together should help you remember that group B strep has a positive hippurate test. This just means that group B strep can hydrolyze the compound sodium hippurate. Notice that the woman in this scene is pregnant and appears to be coughing. It shouldn't be too surprising that she's coughing considering that she's camping next to a glacier without a coat on. What was she thinking? Anyways, the fact that she's pregnant and that she's coughing should help you remember that Strep agalactiae can cause pneumonia in neonates. So cough for pneumonia and pregnant for neonates. Next, notice that the guy next to the pregnant lady is sipping some hot chocolate to help him stay warm in the cold weather. Sipping sounds kind of like sepsis, so in this image, the guy sipping hot chocolate next to the pregnant woman should help you remember that group B strep is a common cause of sepsis in neonates. Notice that we've added a hat on the pregnant lady and a headband on the hippie guy. Hopefully this hat will keep the pregnant lady a bit warmer. The hat and headband go on top of and surround the head, just like the meninges surround the brain. So in our images, hats and headbands will commonly be used to represent meningitis. In this scene, the hat and headband should help you remember that Strep agalactiae causes meningitis in neonates. So to review, group B strep causes sepsis, pneumonia, and meningitis in neonates.